Hey manga friends, welcome back to Chelsea Sang. Now today we are doing some DIY crafts, okay? And through a series of very unfortunate events brought on by an awful day at work, I ended up destroying my volume 8 of Gangsta. Now, I know in my heart of hearts that I cannot bring myself to sell this or throw this out, so I decided to use it to make a coffee table. Now, I was inspired by CR Anime. She has an awesome channel on TikTok where she does a lot of crafts using manga and anime related stuff. Lots of merch. You should definitely check out her Etsy shop. She's gonna be doing another drop sometime next week. I will put the link down in the description. So if you like what you see today, please go show her some love. Now, there was a lot to choose from the undamaged pages, so I flipped through and cut out a few sections that I like. Now, I gotta be honest, there is not a lot to choose from that you kind of want to save that happens in Gangsta Volume 8, okay? And I only got this much to say because Volume 9 isn't out yet and I don't know what's gonna happen next. Kosuke, I am talking to you. I do Gangsta Cursed on the way, but that's a prequel, like I want to know what happens. But yes, just so you know, this will contain some spoilers of what happens in Volume 8. Now that left me in pieces, okay? Marco. Oh my gosh, Marco and Connie's story. I'd say the only saving grace of Gangsta Volume 8 is Marco and Connie's. We get a little bit more background as to how they met and what kind of happens after that. Granted, it's a few pages. Now, I don't know how in-depth Gangsta Curse goes into that. I do believe that it starts when Marco and Stryker and all those random characters that towards the last few volumes of Gangsta, who just kind of, we get their backstory. I know that, but I have yet to read it, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel when we get through it. But I knew I definitely wanted to kind of take some time to kind of memorialize Marco and Connie's relationship. So I took the small board and kind of stuck with that. Now, after you take that out of Volume 8, there really isn't much left going on. It's just, this is really a transition volume. You have Nick kind of coming down from the experiment that Dr. Theo is doing on him for the Twilight drug to see if they can live without the pills. Wallace is, he's like a man on a mission, gathering stuff. Like, he's got something to do. Granted, I'm not quite sure what that is going to do, what that is, but he is certainly about to start something, gathering people and going, I guess, backtracking a little bit. And Nick seems itching to get back, like wants to be able to move his body so he can get back to what his master, he called him his master. I was just like, no, Nick, no, that's not what this is. Okay, that's exactly what this is, but still, like, oh, I thought we were past that. But then again, it is the way of the world. So how do you get past that? That is the basis of what their relationship is and started as. So regardless of how far they've come, how long they've been together, the situation is what the situation is. I do wonder, like, if they've ever talked about it. I don't think they have. Why would they? They should, but yeah. And then Alex, at the beginning, we see Alex's brother getting closer to finding her. We also see what side he's on, and a lot of lines are drawn by the end of Volume 8. Like, this, you definitely begin to see, like, what all the sides are going to be for this upcoming war, and you get to pick, like, where you want to be, kind of. But there really is not much by way of I guess delineating where what size is going to be what. It does get a little bit confusing, but Volume 9, Kosuke, I'm talking to you. We'll see. We'll see what happens as things progress. Disclaimer, this is my first time trying out resin craft, so mistakes were made. A few lessons were learned throughout this process. Mixing the right amount, mixing enough, mixing too little, lots of things happen, so don't come for me. But yeah, we're done. So this is the finished result. I do have like a few things to fix about like the smaller table. I did mess up on the mixture for that one, so I gotta figure out what to do with it. But overall, came out well. Yeah, you can see some of the backsides for some of it. I wanted to avoid adding as much moisture as possible because I had a feeling that would happen once you do. But I have to say, I'm happy with the result. I have my little Connie and Marco memorial over here, kisses to their relationship. I can't quite say couples goals, but couples goals. Okay. So that's it. Thanks, guys, for coming, and I'll see you in the next one.